Hello and welcome back to Europa Universalis 4. I am Lord Forwind, here playing, of course, as the Qing. So we just beat up Japan in a pretty major war, and we control less than half of Japan, but Japan really isn't helping us that much in being a large empire, which it is helping Japan, so it's a much bigger advantage for us. We are now preparing to attack Kazakh. So, moving troops over. We're also going to be at war with the Archons. Apparently they have separatists there for the Chagatai, which could come into play. Hopefully they won't. Oh, that's also what I need to do. I need to also throw down a couple more universities. Or at least one. We got to get to 5 to get the university bonus. Next, Diplotech level, which has been delayed a little bit due to taking so much land from Japan unjustified. We should get another of our ones to go there. Counteract that dark trend. I could have probably taken the money, but I'm fine with losing 5 admin points. And we should be able to get money from these guys again, right? We should also be able to get Diplo power from those guys too. But we are still 1,600 in debt, so 1,200 if you work it out that way. Still haven't killed the Ming, still don't have Mandate of Heaven, which is probably a good thing at this point, considering with the amount of combat we're doing and the amount of large empires we border that we don't actually have claims or truces with. It would make it very difficult for us to get along with them. Goal for this war with I want to say Kazakhstan, because that's probably what it became in the long run. We want to try and take the border with Russia, if possible. We don't want Russia being able to expand into the Central Asia region, if at all possible. I also like to smash my way past the Archons here, hopefully snagging. Like to take this mountain range completely. So 3 or 4 provinces there, handful the other direction. We should be good. We are actually a tech leader, and in I don't know how many 5 years or so, we will be getting manufactories. We don't actually have any manufactories, which is a problem. So let's stick one in Beijing. We're gonna miss it a little bit. Unless we're really lucky, we're not going to get the spawn of manufactories, and I don't believe we actually have any in our provinces. We actually have a couple here and a couple over there, but otherwise we don't have any. So we're going to have to be wary of that. And we now have claims on these provinces. Nice to see. There's Har and a... I can't fabricate a claim on them because they're subject to me. Oh, annoying. Considering they're going to be fighting us in this war, it seems a bit redundant that I can actually make claims on a subject. So let's attack them. Yarkand is not going to defend them. Interesting. Well, that will make life a lot easier for me, won't it? We will simply march in and we will take as much possible land as we can. We can take about half their land. We, of course, would offend people in the region, but it doesn't seem to really be a problem. People like Russia don't care of our wars, usually. The Ming, on the other hand, negative 650 aggressive expansion. Japan, negative 200. So... we're not going to be friends with those guys anytime soon, and we're not going to make the mistake that I did last time when I invaded China of vassalizing China. I will have to remember to avoid that. That was a very dumb decision I made last time, and it took me almost 200 years to make China like me, and in the end I just gave up and released them and then reconquered them. Which was a dumb decision in the long run. I think I had like negative 800 aggressive expansion. Already this game we're doing better. We want to take all of These provinces, we can't take it all. We get that much. We would have a coalition potentially form against us. But again, it would be very weak nations we've already beaten in wars, so not particularly worried. We lucked out in the sense that Yarkans didn't join the war. If they had, this would be a lot harder. The fact that they cut and ran as soon as before the war started because they were getting killed by rebels was about as perfect as you get. Damn, where's that? Oh, they're headed there. Okay, well, we can't let those rebels retake that province. Let us get Asian Musketeers for another combat boost. Still inferior compared to the Europeans, but not as inferior. Let's see who the tech leader is, because I think we're close to them. Tech leader is actually the Ottomans, 2020-19. We got 19-19-19, so we're not far behind. In fact, it means we're being more efficient with our monarch points than the Ottomans, because in order to take that, I'd have to be 20% ahead in time penalty, and they've been doing that for a while. So they're probably wasting 20 to 30% of their monarch points, which is kind of stupid, really, but what can you do? It's an AI. Should be a battle we win, although I'm getting a little bit worried about the sheer amount of morale that everybody seems to be fielding. We should have superior discipline because of the banners, but so very worrisome. We're also not getting any military income at all. I'm gonna have to switch over to focusing military power because none of our ruler currently, our next ruler, are at all good in that department. Our consort's a little bit. That's the way it goes. I'm really tempted to just take all of their land, but that, according to the game, would put me over 100 over extension, so probably don't want that. It feels weird, though, not having military monarch points, despite this game so far usually being a story of how much more military monarch points I have than I need. Or Diplo ones, but military was a big one for a long time. We'll leave them. Oh, actually it won't. Okay, sorry, I was reading this wrong. The overextension will be a penalty. Let's do that. The Qing Central Asia has now been formed. Obviously, still have no absolutism. Trying to piece these guys out would be really expensive, apparently. Yeah, let's wait till the Japanese rebels die down and then we can start focusing on absolutism. Oh. Ideally, what we'd want to do is get very largely overextended and then use the monarch power to stop any rebellions, but that doesn't seem to be happening. Everyone we're fighting, we can't take a ton of land from anyhow. There we go. 20, 19, 19. Sadly, we're going to have to core single file for quite some time. But on the other side, we have almost integrated Shinto. We actually will have integrated them. And then we can move on to the Muslims, which will be trade efficiency. And then if we fight a war with Russia, we can get a Christian. And we should be good. We should have gotten that harmonization achievement as well. We have 4, 5, 6, 7. That's going to be a while. And then all we have to do is, there we go, become Qing of China. Outside of that, I think that's about as far as we're going to want to go. Only because we're not doing super well as these guys. We're doing okay, don't get me wrong. I'm happy with the game so far, but we could have done better. When can we attack Japan again? 10 years. Okay, no rush. No rush there. We can go after these guys. Do we actually border them? We don't, even though the game seems to indicate that we kind of do. We can go after Qing's Oksana again, though. We want to fight Jaunpur, which we don't. Fight Sibir and Nogai. That might be the next one we go after. Go. Well, we've got places to expand and places to go. Yeah. I'm happy with how we're doing. I'd just much rather, if I was going to try and do a campaign with taking over China and then conquering most of Asia, I'd much rather do it with the Ming. Lose the mandate immediately, recover, and then conquer all of China, rather than do this really weird song and dance with the Manchu. I mean, true, we get banners, which makes most things worth it. But I should look into the banners again once I can rein in some more corruption. I don't think it's a mass increase in corruption, if I remember anymore. Yeah, it's relatively tiny compared to the amount we'd be raising. But again, we can't really support a much larger army, as is. Stop them. We don't have any money to stop them. Mothball forts, that might get us enough. Yeah, that will. Good. Love how we can go into debt because we'll be out of debt at the end of the next month. We're all set. And then I can re-raise the fort so I don't lose all this wonderful army tradition I've got going. And we will have a core done over here. Go. It'll take us a long time to get rid of this overextension. Appoint separate governors. There we go. Now, do I want to annex the Orate? Kind of want to annex the Orate. 700 though. Be better off waiting until I get a influence idea. At least we stopped Russia from putting a lot of power into this region. Hissen Kefa. Still somehow alive, but are the Timurids out? No? Timurids have made a bit of a comeback now that the Ottomans are no longer allied to them. Khorasan as well. Interesting. Georgia and Russia. Lucky for Russia to have an ally, Georgia to have a ally in Russia. There we go. Words, I can say them. Yeah. Although we do have an insanely cheap core cost. I don't really want to break into this area just yet. There we go. Manufactories are a thing. We have none. Look. Not good at all. On the other hand, let's get another university out there. That should fill in our university problem. Don't have the Diplotech though. Next age is if I have a 50 development capital, huh? Might be worth putting some monarch points in my capital then. Try and develop the institution here. We'll see what happens once the farm estate's going. The farm estate should have a nice growth. Wait, wrong province. Yeah, 3 per month. It's pretty normal. We're not going to get any huge spread of the institution, so we're going to have to buy it again. Which, of course, is annoying, but what can you do? What can you do? It'd be nice if you did a random world and stuff, that the institutions would kind of like spawn in random places. Like, maybe for some strange reason the Renaissance doesn't form in Italy, which it will even in a random world, but instead forms in Korea for some reason. That would be a cool little feature. I doubt it'll happen just because of the difficulty of programming that, I've got to imagine. Imagine it's pretty hard-coded to Italy. We're going to actually have to colonize outside of Eastern Siberia here. We can't. Actually, no, I can send to there. Good. Got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 more over there at least. Obviously nowhere near courting country, although I'd like to get courting country. It doesn't seem like I'm going to be able to. Okay. Let's pick a fight with Nogai, finish off Sibir. Cyber. They are also allied to Armenia. Armenia is tiny. Okay, not a problem. We raise these two. On the other hand, I'd almost like to go after Siberia, but that doesn't help much. Oh well. Let's move troops towards the borders. Shouldn't put us too overextended or even too much trouble if we invade that region. Yeah, it looks like all the provinces will be taken except for a couple of these eastern ones. I should still be able to core despite fighting people in the area. Okay. If we get one more admin idea, we will be able to rein in this inflation, and then I don't have to think about it again. No guys have protests. I suspect they're rebellious because they're not of a Eastern faith. That's going to be my guess. Overextension, non-accepted culture, intolerance. Yeah. Okay. Let's pick this fight. Oh, as soon as I pick the fight, I have a rebellion. Interesting. Kind of funny and annoying, but interesting. Okay, let's see if my banners will carry the day. Like they will. Good. Gotta, of course, be careful we don't go too overextended. We have that, so we're actually getting ticking score in that direction. We'll do land maintenance. Okay, and we're gonna get this fort. Apparently not. Okay. I was hoping I could take that fort before they actually go over there and occupy that province, which is what I wanted to do. But I was unable to. And that would be the world's longest march to occupying a province. That would be ridiculous. I'd be better off asking for military access to these guys. Can't get it. Ah, that would be why it's going to be such a long march. Well, we'll take land from Sibir. I assume it's Sibir, so. And pretty much we're gonna wait. We'll take that land, we'll get that under control. You know what, I might actually start annexing the Orate just so that my borders and stuff get under control. Same thing with Buryatia, but we'll get them after we get Orate. Our ruler died and now we have a regency. Pretty bad regent, but at least she has military power. Well, mercies, I guess. Siberia. Can't actually take their land. Okay. I guess we're gonna end up waiting here for a while. 2 losses in a row. That is not nice. 2 losses of monarch points in a row. Not fun. Let's start harmonizing with the Muslim group. I should have started that a little while ago, but my bad, I guess. Actually, I might just peace out with all these guys. There we go. Couldn't get it all because of Transoxana occupying lands, but I can still finish off Siberia, probably. Let's get you drilling. Let's get you drilling. Oh, actually, no, we don't want to drill. We want to move back over towards Japan, correct? 6 years? Yeah, no, we'll stay because we're going to get a rebellions. We're going to get a few rebellions before that. And now that we're actually getting some absolutism coming in, we're going to keep trying to build it up if possible. And we can actually, guess what? We can actually pay off our debts. We are no longer in debt. It's taken forever to get to this point, but we are in fact no longer in debt. Isn't that amazing? So that will be it for this episode, and we will continue next time, probably squashing some rebellions. Russia is looking rather juicy at the moment. What's their military like? Oh, no, Russia is not looking juicy at the moment. But we are going to start the annexation of rate. Yeah, we're only doing 1 a month because apparently our diplomatic reputation is terrible, which is fine with me. And we're going to finish off some of Japan in our next war. So overall, we should be pretty good. So thanks for watching. Bye for now.